Guys, Kehlani is putting out her new album in about a week. So let's do an astrology and human design reading on Kehlani to see what was leading up to this time. I'm gonna read her chart and whole sign. And this is her human design chart. She's a manifesting generator. Period. Oh, a 3-5. Okay, so she's a Cancer rising and her moon is in her 9th house, whole sign with her Saturn. And it's applying to her Saturn placement. So her success was not built overnight, but there might have been, and I mean, as a fan, I know there were moments of like virality. There were moments of, you know, oh, this could really be something I shouldn't give up yet. And like continuing at it. Like she is that 10-year success story in the making. That's like what she's meant to be, very solid. And that Saturn return ended up giving her a Grammy win. That was something that really solidified her, especially the way Saturn is close to her MC. Yeah, that was meant to solidify her career even stronger. And I love to see her Taurus sun being the ruler of her 2nd house. She possesses that damn voice. And it's very beautiful, the way that she really goes at it. And it's very interesting. Her sun is ruled by her Venus is ruled by her Mars is ruled by her sun. Everybody's reporting back and forth to one another. So there is a big connection in her life with her God-given talents, right? Her ability to showcase them and her ability to be respected for it. So I love to see that. And the ruler of her moon and her Saturn is this Jupiter in her 6th house in Sag. So she is someone who truly does have to experience things to understand them, and then she can kind of teach or share with us or fumble and explain. Wait, she's the 3rd line, right? God, I love human design. Guys, this is why I use these together. Human design is a combination of astrology, the I Ching system, the tree of life system, and the chakra system pieced together. So every time I do a reading like this, which is every time I do a reading, I'm always like, wait, this reminds me of that. Anyways, she's a 3-5. So she's here to fail up. Every time she has a potential perceived flop, it's actually getting her closer to her next success. So she's probably the type of artist that will put something out because she's like, the next one will be better. Or, oh, okay, whatever, this is that one, but you know, I can just try again. Like that is the energy that we want to see from our faves. Someone that is truly connected to the craft, understanding that they can fail up. And if maybe she hasn't fully grasped this concept yet, that's what she's doing. And it's an inspiration to everyone that wants to find a way to keep going, but thinks that it should be effortless the whole way. And with her 5th line, she really is here to impact so many people. It's very beautiful to see that her failures lead to her successes, and that teaches the rest of us that we could try that too. And as a manifesting generator, she's here to be multi-passionate and to share all of her different passions with us. I think a lot of people love the way that she shares her beliefs. She shares her passion for surfing and for fitness and her regimen. She shares her takes on life. She shares her wisdom. And then she also talks about her relationship tea. Like with that, that Aries Venus, I know there's tea. And I think it's like an entertaining placement. We want to see what she's gonna do because it's unconventional and it's not in the way that people expect. Venus doesn't know how to function normally when it's in the sign of Aries, so it's going to do things a little differently. And that's the really fun part of watching an Aries Venus thrive out in the world. It's a little more aggressive, it's a little more exciting, it's a little more awakening for us all. Like she really is here to be a leader and to like wake things up in people. It's really cool. Anyways, she has the sacral authority, which means that when she's living her life and responding to things, she'll probably know pretty quick how she feels about something. So I think that makes her a very, very fun artist to watch because she's putting so much shit out. Like manifesting generators move quickly. She is putting so much out simply based on how it feels to her. Her gut response is guiding the way, and it's not something she has to wait on. She will know in a moment if she wants to put a song out or if it's finished or if we need to add more. She probably experiences a lot of that, let's try it again. So it's very cool to see a manifesting generator that doesn't have to wait on emotional authority to make decisions. And this is due to the fact that her emotional solar plexus is not filled in. This is an area that she's meant to gain wisdom on instead of something that she already has understanding of. She can have a lot of emotional moments, but those are not the moments that she should rely on to make a decision. It should be more just physical. How does this feel? Do I have the energy to see this through or not? She's just trying to attain satisfaction of her sacral. That guy. Also, her motivation is hope. So while she is someone who probably used to try and fix a lot of problems and solve things that were placed on her path, it's actually not her job to figure everything out. It's her job to see the light at the end of the tunnel and believe that it will come eventually. Having a belief in a higher power really is something that aligns her with her purpose in life and helps her navigate into the best case scenarios more often than not. That can also be reflected by just having this ninth house moon. Having a belief in something, and also with Saturn there, really does improve her quality of life. Especially with that Jupiter at home, mama, come on, these everyday habits and routines, they will impact her greatly. So she needs to make sure that she has that healthy mindset, which I can tell she does, like the things she talks about in her posts and stuff. But having that healthy belief in herself every day and staying with it, that is where like her potent manifesting potential comes from. And also, hope motivation gives us all a sense of hope. We get to see them live out some kind of dream or purpose, and then it inspires the rest of us. We're sharing that motivation with her when we interact with her creations and what she shares. It's really cool. She also has kitchens as an environment, so I love this. I'm like, oh my god, the studio is her kitchen. Like, she's cooking up in the studio all the time. Like, I love to see that. But anyways, yeah, she's a manifesting generator, so satisfaction mixed with peace is her ideal feeling. Like, she can choose her peace, whatever that means for her, whatever that looks like. You know, I feel like I felt that a lot when she was in that like surfing era, which I think she still does, but when she was posting a lot about being outside, I was like, damn, I can feel your peace, and it's so beautiful. And then her not self theme is going to be frustration mixed with anger. So when things start to kind of piss her off, I always say this as a manifesting generator myself, I'll be like, damn, that pissed me off. And then I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and put this down for right now. Because that is her cue that something isn't working, when she's feeling frustrated mixed with anger. Anyways, I'm really excited for her. Saturn has just passed over her Venus. So this is a very serious time for her. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on this album. Probably pressure from the label to see if it's receptive with the audience, because it's coming into contact. Her 7th house ruler is in contact with her Venus, and her Venus is the ruler of her 11th house. So I feel like this is going to be a really big opportunity to solidify her like widespread audience and really gain a lot of support, which I think we will also see solidified later in 2028 as she has Saturn move out of her 10th house and into her 11th house. I have a feeling that this album is going to generate so many new eyes on her and give her a very widespread audience that by the time Saturn transits her 11th house in 2028, it's going to be okay, who is actually a true fan? It reminds me of the energy of when Steve Lacy put out his whole Gemini Rights album, and then people would go to his show and only know bad habits. So we'll see what that means, but I'm not saying in a bad way. I just mean like this will probably be later of time for her to weed out who is actually on her side and in her corner. I think her fame is just going to rise a whole lot and she's going to get even bigger with this Saturn in the 10th house transit, and that's going to cause her to have to question and sift through who her network really is to her. But anyways, I'm Linzology, and I had fun doing this. And Kehlani, if you ever see this, I love your album already because I listen to every album, so I'm a stan for life no matter what you put out. Bye guys!